Your life as a Formula One driver. You wake up at 6 a.m. in a hotel so fancy it has a pillow menu. A pillow menu. You didn't even know pillows needed options, but here you are, choosing between firm support and cloud dream, like a tiny idiot king. Breakfast is some egg whites and a suspicious green smoothie that tastes like a lawn got blended, because apparently tasting good and being an elite athlete are mutually exclusive. By the time you reach the paddock, there are more photographers than at an actual wedding. You haven't even had coffee yet and someone's already asking you how you feel about tomorrow's tire strategy. You feel tired, Kevin. You feel tired and you want a croissant. Then it's off to the team meeting, where engineers show you 17 graphs about tire degradation, and you nod seriously the entire time despite understanding maybe 4 of the 17. Somewhere in there they say the word undercut 9 times and you just keep nodding like a bobblehead who definitely knows what an undercut is. Next up, Media Day, otherwise known as answer the exact same 3 questions from 40 different people wearing lanyards. How are you feeling about the race? Great, Karen, I feel great. What's your strategy? Drive fast, turn left occasionally. Any predictions? I predict I will drive a car today, yes. Then comes the fitting for your race suit, which is somehow tighter than last season's, and you have a brief internal crisis about whether it's the suit or the croissants, before deciding it's obviously the suit's fault. Finally, it's time to squeeze into the car itself, and by squeeze, I mean they basically pour you into it like a human milkshake. Your knees are somewhere near your ears, your neck is in a brace tighter than airport security, and you realize this glamorous sport mostly involves sitting in the world's most expensive, most uncomfortable bathtub. Lights out, and suddenly you're doing 200 miles an hour while a man on your radio calmly says things like box this lap as if that's a normal sentence and not something that sounds like you're about to be shipped somewhere. You dive into turn 1 elbow to elbow with a guy you were definitely not elbow to elbow with in the driver's briefing 5 minutes ago, when you were both very calmly discussing respecting racing lines. By lap 10, your rival is right on your tail, so close you can practically read the sponsor logos in your mirrors, and you can hear your engineer very calmly, too calmly, saying gap is closing as if you hadn't already noticed via the giant red car suddenly living in your rearview mirror. You defend into turn 4 like your life depends on it, because emotionally, it does. You brake so late the tire smoke practically writes your name in the sky, and somehow, you hold the position, mostly through sheer stubbornness and the audible sound of your own heartbeat drowning out the engine. Then your engineer casually mentions you're losing time in Sector 2, which feels like getting critiqued by your mother while you're actively being chased by a Ferrari. Cool, thanks, very helpful, very calm, love that for me. Somehow, through pure chaos and one suspiciously lucky overtake on the outside of a corner that should not have worked, you cross the finish line in the points. Champagne gets sprayed directly into your eyeballs on the podium, which nobody warns you about beforehand, and you stand there smiling through the stinging pain like a hero. Post-race, you do 14 more interviews, ice your entire body like a human popsicle, eat an actual meal for the first time in 11 hours, then get on a private jet to fly to another country where you will wake up tomorrow and do this exact same beautifully ridiculous thing all over again, pillow menu and all.